Gracias, bro. Sí, no.
Una y mil veces, una y muchas más. Muchas más.
Bueno, tus primeras sensaciones, Armando, después de tu victoria.
No, nada, pues muy contento por el resultado. Trabajamos para esto, para ganar. Y nada, muy contento con todo mi equipo, mi manager, mi coach y mis promotores que se encargaron de que pudiera llegar a darse esta pelea.
I'm really happy. I'm really satisfied with how everything turned out. I want to thank my team, my coaches, everybody that made this possible. It was really the perfect night for me. We're going to start with questions. Go ahead.
Congratulations. How in the world did you walk through some of those right uppercuts? Those look like shots that should have, knocked other fighters out.
¿Cómo hiciste para aguantar esos uppercuts de derecha que hubiesen hecho tambalear a más de uno?
No, bueno, realmente pues ni yo lo sé, tal vez por lo mexicano, ¿no? La sangre que tenemos de aguantar golpes. No nos gusta recibir golpes porque pues mejor quitárnoslos, pero pues tenemos sangre fuerte para aguantarlos.
To be honest with you, I don't even know. Maybe it's the Mexican blood in me, but I would rather not receive those shots, but I'm glad to know that if I do receive them, that the Mexican warrior in me is able to withstand them. Next question.
Congratulations, Armando. What do you think this victory showed people that might have counted you out after you lost to Marcos Hernandez?
¿Qué sentís que esta victoria dijo sobre vos después de lo que fue tu derrota más reciente?
No, bueno, yo creo que las derrotas son para aprender. Yo aprendí de esa derrota. Sé que tal vez no estuve en mi mejor momento en ese combate, pero pues yo no tengo pretextos. Y bueno, como lo digo, ¿no? Las derrotas son para aprender y pues esta noche demostramos que hemos aprendido algunas cosas.
Losses are teachable moments. They are things that you can overcome, and if you learn from them, then you become a better fighter. And I can safely say that after today, I applied the lessons I learned from that loss, and I was able to come out with a win thanks to that.
I have a question for Manny as well. Manny, you said in the ring that you weren't sure that he should even take this fight. What did he show you, and maybe how did he surprise you in this fight?
Manny,
Definitely. Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you hear me? So definitely, I had, but look, he's 13-1. He's got 14 professional fights. You know what I mean? He's a young man. What is he, 23, 24 years old versus a Jared Hurd or former world champion, a guy that's got a lot more experience than my guy does, than Resendiz does. So that was my biggest concern, the lack of experience. And being such a young man, you're not supposed to be fighting guys like this at 14 professional fights. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it's not like he has a huge amateur background. He does it. He's learning on the job. You know what I mean? Normally fights like this you take when you're 20, 21, 22, 23, 20 fights in as a pro is when you would take a fight like this. But I'm glad I was wrong. It takes a man to admit when you're wrong, and I had I spoke to Luis de Cubas, I spoke to Jesse, his manager, and I told him, I said, listen, maybe this isn't the right time to take this fight. But they saw something else. And I told him, and I already explained this to Toto, by the way. It takes a man to admit when you're wrong. And I said, listen, I said that I pray to God that you're right and that I'm wrong. I told Jesse and Luis de Cubas, with all due respect. And I'm glad I was wrong. But the only thing, as a trainer, what you do, as a coach, what you do is you try to protect your fighter. You try to look out for your fighter. And you always hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. Because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, everybody's going to look at me and blame me for whatever happens in the corner. So I'm here to protect my fighter inside and outside the ring. And like I said, once again, I'm glad I was wrong and they were right.
And Manny, based on what he accomplished tonight, what do you think he's ready for next?
Look, he still has a lot to learn. He knows exactly. He knows how hard I am with him in the gym. I'm extremely hard on him. very hard, especially particularly for this fight, because you can't make a whole lot of mistakes with a guy like this. You know what I mean? Like again, like I said, experience. He doesn't have that experience. He's never fought a guy like this before in the past, and this is the biggest fight of his life, biggest opportunity. Feels a lot like winning a world title, but we're far from it. He's got a lot to learn. And by the way, you know, I really believe he can make 154 pounds. I really believe he's a super welterweight.
Two more questions.
En primer lugar, felicidades en tu victoria. ¿En qué momento durante la pelea sentiste que ya era el momento que ibas a ganar la pelea?
Bueno, pues primero que nada, pues fue lo que esperábamos, una pelea fuerte. Sabemos que Jared es todavía un peleador muy fuerte. Y nada, yo solo salí a hacer mi trabajo y a escuchar lo que me pedía mi esquina. Y pero pues más o menos por ahí como del 6 o el 5 empecé a sentir que mis golpes mermaban o él mermaba y pues nada, solo salí a tirar más golpes todavía.
The question was, at what time did you feel like the tide was turning in your favor? And you know, Armando here was saying that I listened to my corner first of all. I felt strong, and then around the 5th or 6th round was when I felt that he was really showing the consequences of my punches, and I went from there and I stayed strong. One more question.
José Armando, felicidades en tu victoria. Una
Gracias.
pregunta, como mexicano peleando en el peso mediano, ¿te imaginas una pelea contigo contra Jaime Munguía? O si no se da contra Munguía, quizás alguien que está con PBC, que viene siendo Jamar Charlo.
Claro que sí. Pues realmente estamos aquí para pelear con quien sea. Tal vez, no sé, digo, mis promotores y todos, ellos sabrán qué hacer, mis coach. Yo estoy para escucharlos y pues como lo dije en la rueda de prensa anterior, yo estoy aquí para pelear.
The question from Rodrigo was whether Armando will consider fighting against Munguia or possibly against Charlo. And Armando here said that I'm up to go against anybody. I am ready and able to fight against anybody that comes up against me. I trust my team and the decisions that they make. So I'm excited for what the future holds, really. Armando, bueno, un mensaje final, algo que le quieras decir a la gente, un mensaje para México.
Claro, sí, agradecer a todo mi público mexicano que me estuvo apoyando, a toda mi familia, agradecer a mis patrocinadores también que han sido parte fundamental de mi carrera para yo poder lograr mis sueños. Estamos en el camino. Muchas gracias realmente a mis padres que me apoyan muchísimo. Agradecer mucho a mi manager Jesse Rodríguez, a mi coach Manny Robles, que me regañan todo el tiempo para que haga las cosas bien. Pero pues es para mejorar y para hacerlo cada vez mejor. Y pues dar el mensaje de que realmente yo solo soy un instrumento de Dios también para pues hacerles saber que con Él todo se puede. Y también mandar un saludo y un beso a mi novia que está viendo la transmisión, seguro que sí. Y nada. Mucho cariño y mucho amor para todos.
I want to thank so many people. First of all, I want to thank my parents. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank my trainer, Manny Robles. He was on me all the time, and I improved thanks to him. I want to thank also my manager and everybody that was there to help me along the way. I want to thank the Mexican people for their support. And more than anything, I want to send a big hug and a kiss to my girlfriend. I love you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Armando. Congratulations.
Más te vale que le mandes saludos, si no te la acabas.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Armando.
Thank you, guys.
Great job.
Gracias.
Elijah Garcia, make an opening statement before we take questions.
Opening statement. Let's see. Yeah, let me wait for my dad to get up here. Do I need this?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I just want to first and foremost thank all my family that came out. They say boxing's a one-man sport or whatever, but that's not true at all. It takes a team, and I have a great team behind me, and it's a team. It takes a whole team to be great, and that's what I got. And I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's the one that makes it happen for me. And I'm just glad to be in this place right now. I've worked for it, and I deserve it.
Elijah, congratulations, man. You said you were more than ready for this step, and you proved that today. What do you think you're ready for next, and what type of opponent do you want to fight next?
I don't know, man. I'm only 19 years old, and I need one more fight before the end of the year. So I think I'm just gonna, it's kind of a tough fight. So I think I'm just gonna relax, and we'll see what my manager Anthony McDonald and my promoter Tom Brown has to say.
Elijah, Francisco Salazar. Great fight. Congratulations. When you fought on October 8th, you came out aggressively. You stopped him in the first round. This time around, you were more tactical. You boxed more in the first 2 rounds. You even admitted that you lost the first 2 rounds. Was that by plan, sort of study Vidal, and then maybe work and break him down as the fight continued?
Yeah, the plan was to break him down. I've never gone past 6 rounds before. And so my thing was we have 10 rounds to work with. It's all right if you lose some rounds, and I just stayed in there. I stuck to the game plan, and we got him out of there.
Congrats, Elijah. Amilcar, he was the guy with a lot of hype coming into this. He'd been on Showtime a couple of times. Did that put an extra chip on your shoulders tonight? And why were you the better fighter, by far, winning by knockout in the fourth?
He was a great opponent, don't get me wrong, but don't believe the hype, So he's
So when they approached us with the fight, I told Eli he never turned down a fight before. But we got it's our best interest in to make sure he gets the right fights and stuff like that. So Vidal, he's been on TV several times. So he had people had seen him more than Eli. Eli's only 19 years old, and I think it's just the people that hadn't seen him. So it was natural for Vidal to be the for us to be the underdog and stuff like that. But we knew Eli's ability. He's mature for his age. He turned pro at 16 years old, and but I feel like he's got a lot to learn. We can't be taking fights like that all the time. Or we got to get fights that are going to help him learn and progress and get better as a professional fighter. Once he turns 20, 21, 22, I think he'll get a little bit stronger. He's getting smarter in the ring every time, and that's where we're at. So
we slept on you heading into tonight, and what do you think people shouldn't sleep on moving forward at 19, 14-0, 12 knockouts? Do you feel like you could become middleweight champion in this division? Just what should people not sleep on now going forward about yourself, Elijah?
Don't sleep on my age. Don't sleep on the experience. I'm very experienced. I read a whole bunch of things saying I wasn't experienced or I wasn't mature enough, but this guy had 150 amateur fights, right? He's had 15 pro fights. My grandpa, he's had 40 pro fights, you know what I'm saying? And I have a manager, he manages he's had lots of fighters before, so the experience is there, it's just not on paper. So I'll just say I'm going to be ready for each and every fight. So, just it's in your best interest not to sleep on me. Always be on your toes.
George, obviously, based on what people saw in the first 2 TV fights tonight, people would want to see Eli fight Resendez. It would be a great action fight. What are your thoughts on the potential of that fight happening?
We thought the same thing. He was in our dressing room. And I was like, we're probably going to fight this guy one of these days. But you know, that'd be a good fight. You know, it's like I said, it's up to the team. You know, it's usually me and my dad are the ones that make the main decisions. But yeah, we're in the room, and I was looking at him, and I was like, we're probably gonna have to fight. This guy's probably gonna win, and probably gonna have to fight him, or you know. But I also thought that too. I seen Vidal fighting Aleem a couple years ago, and I was thinking to myself, we're gonna fight this guy. You know, I told Eli, I was like, we're probably gonna fight this guy soon, and we ended up fighting him. We fought him for the title, and we win. So.
Elijah, final thoughts on your performance tonight?
There's always room to improve. You know, I got hit a couple times. You know, I got hit a couple times, and you know, there's always room to improve. You know, maybe work on my head movement or whatever I got to do. But you know, I'm just gonna. For the most part, you know, we have a great team. I'm gonna stick with the team, and nothing's gonna change.
Thanks so much, Elijah Garcia. Congratulations. Thoughts on your great performance tonight?
Yeah, big shout out to Al Heyman, Showtime, to the arena, my family, my team, everyone that made this possible. Showtime, Al, Magsayo's team. You know, you guys, you know, they're really good to us, really kind. I know the Philippines fans are amazing as well. Just so happy. So grateful. You know, this fight was one for the books for me. Magsayo is a great champion, and he's still a great champion to me. And I'm just happy. I'm just happy we had a fight. We gave the fans a great show. It was a war. Like I promise always, every time I'm in a fight, I come to fight. I don't back down from no one, from nothing. And all gas, no breaks. That's, you know, that's what I love to do, is take the fight to my opponents, dominate them, and overwhelm them. You know, he did tag me quite a bit. You know, still got to work on some things. But I feel overall, you know, I had a great fight, and I'm just so grateful.
Brandon, congratulations, man. At what point did you feel that he started to fatigue? Because he did obviously wear down in the second half of the fight.
Right away, I felt like as soon as I got him with a good body shot, I want to say the third, fourth round, he started holding a lot. And I knew once he started holding, I knew that he wasn't taking my punches well, especially to the body. And yeah, like I said, I just took the fight to him. I said I was going to box him, and if I saw some holes in his game, which I did, I took the fight right to him, and I overwhelmed him.
How much do you think the problems that he had making weight yesterday might have impacted him during the fight?
I really don't know. Maybe it did affect him, maybe it didn't. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a professionalism sport. You know, if he didn't make weight, that's on his part. If he had to, you know, kill himself a little bit more to make it, I mean, that's not my problem. I killed myself to make 126, so I mean, it's only fair. And this is a sport where, you know, no mercy, no remorse, and you know, big shout out to him though.
Brandon, congratulations. Seemed like the first half of the fight was very competitive. Did you have to make certain adjustments besides going to the body, or what was it that he presented that you were able to capitalize on?
Yeah, definitely. I started boxing him from the first round, and I started seeing that he wasn't really giving me action. And once I was picking at his body, I saw that, as soon as I got on the inside, he was shelling up really, really quick, meaning that he was scared to fight me on the inside. So that allowed me to, put more pressure. And I saw that he was missing a lot of shots. He was just getting me with a little flurries. And, I let him gas out a little bit, made him miss. And I was just waiting for him to gas out a little bit more. And I just took it right to him.
Brandon, congratulations on the win, man. He went down a few times, maybe 3 times, I want to say total. Obviously, it wasn't a punch, I feel like, that put him down, but it felt like exhaustion. Were you kind of frustrated that the ref wasn't calling any of those knockdowns just because it seemed like he was fatigued?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell right away by his demeanor. You can tell by a fighter's demeanor when they're gassed out, exhausted. When right away, when you see an opponent fall down that easily, that means that he's showing signs that he doesn't want to fight. It means that he didn't have no gas, he had no legs. He was basically just fighting on will. And, I feel like I had the bigger will than him tonight. I wanted to fight so bad, and I wanted the belt, and, here I am.
Did the judges ultimately had you winning wide, and everyone on social media felt you won the fight too, but did you feel it was as wide as the judges had it, and did his right hand get your attention in the way that guys at 122 didn't?
Definitely, yeah. He did have a little bit more pop. He moved pretty good. The first, me and my team knew that the first few rounds he was going to come out strong, fast, sharp, trying to catch me with big shots. And I just had to be patient, just had to box him a little bit, keep my distance, pick at the body. And once I saw that I damaged him to the body, I just got on the inside and just worked him.
Did you feel it was as wide as the judges had it, or?
Honestly, I thought it was a pretty close fight, but I know for a fact, the point deductions and me just overwhelming him almost most of the fight paid a big dividends to that.
Brandon, felicidades, Rodrigo de Fino Boxing. Una pregunta, ¿qué es tu emoción de ser parte de esta rivalidad de México contra Filipinas, otra pelea clásica?
No, sí, claro. No, sí, claro, es una pues etapa que a Marqués dejar un legado muy bonito de los fanáticos México contra los filipinos, pero al final del día todos los fans van a ganar, y más bien yo sé que los mexicanos y los filipinos tienen la mejor fanbase, y yo sé que era una buena pelea. Mark vino a pelear, yo también vine a pelear, y yo sé que los fans de anoche fueron los que ganaron.
The question was about the Mexico-Philippines rivalry. How did it feel to be a part of this new chapter of that rivalry? And Brandon was saying that it was an honor because it's another chapter of a rivalry that Pacquiao and Marquez started, writing in the past. So now this is one more chapter that I got to write between two really tough fighters. We really gave it our all, and I'm proud to be able to be part of that legacy. Next question from Keith. Keith Heideck is going to be up next.
Brandon, obviously Ray Vargas was watching the fight from ringside. Do you expect that to be your next fight? And if so, how do you expect that fight to go?
Yeah, I feel like he's a tall, lengthy fighter. He's going to box me, obviously. And my job is going to be the aggressor, as always. Come forward, maybe box him a little bit, confuse him, lefty, righty. And just as I do so well, is just take the fight right to him.
You expect it to be next, though, right?
Hopefully. I mean, like I said in the ring, is if he wants to fight, if he doesn't, whoever. I know there's a lot of great champions at 126. There's a lot of contenders. There's a lot of great fighters at 126. So at this point, man, I'm just so happy, and I just can't wait to get in there with the best of the best and keep winning belts and keep giving fans a great show.
Hey, Brandon, over here in the back. Congratulations. Just kind of piggybacking off of Keith's question. I guess, is Ray like your preferred guy? Like, I would imagine you'd want like a unification or something like that first before Ray, right?
I don't care. Like I said, I know Stephen Fulton right now. He has a fight against Inui. He has a big objective ahead of him. Right now, I'm in a position where I'm down to fight anyone. Anyone that wants to fight me. My team knows. All Heyman knows. PBC knows that I never back down from any fight or any fight. anyone that wants to fight, I mean, I'm here. As you guys can see, I come to fight no matter who's in my way, and I'm just take the fight to you.
Yeah, because I'm just mentioning because he moved up in weight. He didn't get the win over Oshaki, but I know like this weight is his weight. In terms of the fight, did you feel like you could have gotten the stoppage? And if so, like I guess what made it difficult to be able to kind of put more pressure on him, even though you were on him the whole night, and get him out of there?
Yeah, I mean, he was just leaning a lot. It was giving me a hard time to work the body, work on the inside. I managed to work a little bit from little glimpses. But yeah, he was holding most of the fight. I was just trying to get my hands free and work, taking the fight to him, it is draining, but, my preparation, my hard work and outside the ring and, with my team so well, I knew that I had enough gas to just keep going.
2 more, Sean.
Yeah, Brandon, and one big reason you said you win the fight tonight is that superior conditioning. And your sister Omira is the coach in that area. And there's always a lot of talk, social media. She's this attractive woman, all this, but you are, one of the best conditioned guys. Do you feel like she deserves some credit for that? That's what people should be talking about more, getting you in the kind of shape you were in.
Of course, my sister. She in the beginning of my career, she was the one taking over the strength and conditioning. Now we have Jesse Coronado from San Antonio. He's excellent. He's amazing. He's always willing to work with me. And as you guys can see, my legs were good. My conditioning was good. My power was there. Everything was there. I just felt amazing. And, I was barely, I know he was holding a lot. I wanted to fight. I wanted him to let go and fight me. But I know he did in the last round. It was amazing. It feels amazing, to be in those little firefights and give the fans that atmosphere that, they love. So big shout out to my team, my sister, my family, everyone. Jesse Coronado, Isaac, Steph, my dad, Jeff Mays, Pound for Pound, Davies Entertainment, everyone that was a big part of my camp. I'm just really grateful. So, yeah.
Final question.
Hey, Brandon. Congratulations.
Hello,
Great
thank you.
fight. When we talked, I think it was last week, we touched upon, after winning this fight, you mentioned that you're really interested in getting that rematch with Fulton. That's that blemish that you have on your record that you want to clear. Obviously, you mentioned, Ray Vargas and stuff. So I just want to see, now that the fight's done and we know that he's going to be taking on Inoue, where do you stand with that rematch?
Just be patient, be patient. Wait for him to, get that fight done and let it die down a little bit. And then whatever he wants to do next. I mean, if I don't have a fight lined up, then let's get it on. If I have a fight lined up, then, it's gonna be that game where we're gonna see who's done fighting or not. But at the end of the day, I'm always happy to fight him. He knows it. I feel like everyone knows that I'm willing to fight him. Anyone, basically. I'm just so excited, so ready to put my name in the books and just keep winning championship belts and keep leaving my mark in boxing.
Final thoughts, Brandon, on your performance tonight.
It was a good performance. I felt like I could have done a lot better. Mark came to fight. My big respects to him and his team. And I'm just so happy, so grateful for my team. We've been through a lot of things together, tough times, but, they're with me all the step of the way. My family, I'm talking about my family because without them, I wouldn't be nothing. And I'm just so happy, so grateful that they're with me every step of the way and we're here to enjoy this journey. So thank you guys.
Thanks, Brandon. Congratulations.